Hi everyone! So today I am showing a Sale-a-Bration set. Sale-a-Bration started today and I am filming some videos today in hopes of getting a bunch of them ready because I'm leaving for vacation and I wanted to be able to show some of the items from Sale-a-Bration while I'm gone. So this is the first one I'm doing. I really enjoy this imagery and I thought I would start with it. So this is Stylish Sketches, and what drew me to this one is the sketchy nature of it and also this fox. So we have a fox that comes through our yard sometimes every couple of days and usually just walks right through. Like, I think the fox must live on one side. We always say he's on his way home from work because it's usually around supper time and we see him walk through the yard down the driveway, and he's really beautiful. I don't know if it's a he or she. Really beautiful fox, and my daughter's taken a few photos of it. I usually see it when I'm watering or something and I don't have my phone with me, so I can't take a picture, but my daughter has gotten a couple pictures. Unfortunately, by the time she gets her phone out and photographs it, it's usually darting away. But anyway, this little guy right there is adorable, I think. And then I like the little duckies too. And I don't know what this plant is. If somebody does, let me know. I think it's one of those kind of puffy, dried, is it called the Japanese lantern? Somebody tell me what that is. I don't think I've ever seen them in person, but I think I've seen them in drawings and on, photos and things like that. So anyway, I thought this was really cute. I wanted to start with this one. So let's get to it. I thought it would be fun to use my colored pencils with this because I'm thinking of my sketchbook. And so here are my colored pencils. Now Stampin' Up sells two different groupings of colored pencils, and I've put them together in one box. They don't come in this case. I just wanted to keep them all together. They come in a cardboard case. And a few times I've got, this might be two sets because I use them in my classes, and so I've opened a couple boxes. And I think I have a couple regular pencils in here. I also keep blender pens in with them too because it's really fun to use these to blend out the color. This is a really pretty way to use your pencils. Maybe we'll do that. Also, you can use them with our water painters. These are watercolor pencils, so they blend out with water as well. But for this, I think we're going to stick with just using them as pencils and then maybe use the blender pen a little bit. Okay, so in keeping with my sketchbook theme, I thought I would stamp on some watercolor paper. I have a couple sketchbooks and they are mixed media paper and they tend to be heavier. Like I have some that are craft paper and some that are watercolor paper because I like to not only sketch in my sketchbook, but I paint and experiment. I'm also using a piece of craft cardstock. Did you know that we sell craft paper? Again, it comes in a 6x6 size sheets. This one it's a scrap, so it's like a 6 by I don't know what, 3 and a tick. And so I'm going to use that. This is a scrap of watercolor, and this looks like a 3x3, tiny bit more than a 3x3 piece of crumb cake. So I thought we'd use these three to kind of go with the sketchbook theme. And I'm going to ink them up in just black. And I'm not going to watercolor, so I'm not worrying about using StazOn. I'm just going to use our Memento. And I thought I would use each of the images from the stamp set. So I'll do one fox, one of the little duckies, and one of that branch. I don't know what it is. Okay. So let's see, I'll do this one here. And I think I'll end up cutting this down because it's a little big. And I think this is too small for the fox, so we'll do the fox on the craft. Here are the little duckies. And where is that fox? probably end up cutting this down a little bit as well. Or maybe I'll put some words underneath this one. We'll see. Okay, so there are our main images. Now the stamp set also has a little splatter as well, so maybe we'll use that a few times too. Okay, so I thought we would color and then just kind of put together some cards, and I love the look of white on craft, so that it would actually be really good for this fox because he's got kind of a white nose. I don't know if there's many different types of foxes, but I'm gonna color it like the one in my yard, which is kind of reddish. I think it's Cajun Craze. It's a Cajun Craze fox. I kind of feel like it has white feet, but I'm not 100% sure on that because it's usually in the grass. And I do know that he's got a little bit of a white belly. Okay. Now the white doesn't show up super well yet, but once I start, it does actually in person, but once you start adding the color to the other areas, it will really show up. And I believe the inside of his ears are kind of white also, and I know the tips of his ears are kind of black. Let's see where my Cajun Craze is. Okay. Now I'm just kind of applying even pressure here to give him a nice light coat, but then I'm going to go back in with some heavier pressure to get some more dimension in my coloring. Oh, and you know the tip of his tail is white also. So I'm just kind of going back in with the white, getting a little heavier. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with the Cajun Craze and just get a little heavier on his back, just to give him a little form. It's kind of going to round him out a little bit. Maybe this little area of fur that's coming over his neck. And then the paws that are in the background, or the legs that are in the background, I thought maybe I'd go a little heavier because they would be in shadow. He's so cute. Let's add a little bit of black to his ear. And that is the fox in my yard right there. So cute. Okay, so that's one. Let's do these ducks. Now, I was trying to remember. I think that this looks like a mallard duck because he's got a ring. I believe that ring is white, so let me do that. I hope I don't get the mallard wrong. And I feel like the underbelly of Mama Duck here is a little bit white. Same with this guy. But then, let me darken under the ring. I think he has a stripe here. Okay. And then, their beak. Kind of yellowy orange. Let's go with this is crushed curry. I think it's a little too yellow, so I'm going to blend it a little bit with the pumpkin pie. There we go, and then the feet. I love this pencil sharpener, by the way. There's this one here, this for colored pencil, and it's from Faber-Castell, and it's fabulous. And I think I've bought it a couple times. I think I've bought it on Amazon, but I've also bought it from Blick and also my local art supply. It doesn't chew up the pencils as fast. Okay, so I do want his bill a little yellower. Okay. All right, now his head, they're kind of a greeny blue. So I thought maybe I would go Pacific Point and add a little bit of Garden Green. See how that goes. So I'm going to lightly color in Pacific Point. And then add a little bit of Garden Green. I think there's blue on his wing too instead of black. Maybe this should have been blue. I don't know. There's a lot of ducks around, but I just never really, I guess I don't remember his coloring. So I'm going to give him a blue. Just a little touch of blue. Okay. And a gray. So the colored pencils are really nice to add to your collection because you've got, you've got a lot of colors to play with here. And there's two sets, like I said, set 1, assortment 2, and between them you'll get some really great colors to color your stamps in, and you can, like I said, watercolor with them, which looks great. I think his neck is a little more brown. Kind of should have looked this up beforehand. I think that's right. Okay. This is Early Espresso. I'm just adding little jots. I might be taking it too far. I don't know if this is gray or brown. Okay, now this one, she's just kind of brown speckly, isn't she? So let's just kind of give her a light speckle. And this is Early Espresso. What else do I have? Maybe I'll give her a little bit of crushed curry. And then just use lighter pressure to get her head a little more brown. Okay. I think I have my little duck family colored. Now I'm going to take that blender pen and just kind of blend it out a little bit. Not a lot. Just so she's not so speckly. I'm just kind of dabbing to kind of soften the colors because I don't want to run the black since I didn't use my Stays-On. Okay, there we go. Oh, I forgot the grass. A little bit of Old Olive, a little bit of Garden Green. Okay, there's my duckies, my fox, and then let's move on to this. And I don't know what color these little puffy things are. I kind of feel like they're orangey red. That's what I'm going to do them in. So we'll see what happens. And then my leaves, I think I'll do in Garden Green and Old Olive. So I'm kind of doing the outside in the Garden Green. So I love coloring, so I just really enjoy using these colored pencils. And I like that they are Stampin' Up! Colors. You can see I've gotten a lot of use out of these. maybe I'm going to lighten it up a little bit with the Granny Apple Green. Old Olive was looking a little brown. Okay, now, let's see, I'll do the little stem. Added a little cherry cobbler. Like I said, I don't know what color these are. I feel like they're reddish in the red family, reds and oranges, but I'm not certain. So I don't know what plant I'm coloring here. So I'm just giving it kind of a fall feel, because I love fall. Okay, there's that. Okay, now, like I said, I'm going for the idea of a sketchbook. So I wanted to cut them with kind of like they were torn from a sketchbook. And I remembered the cover of our catalog has this image, and I thought, what die is that from? Well, obviously it's from this die set, and it's a beautiful die set. And it is called Blooming Happiness. There's a stamp set that goes with it, that floral that you saw. And it has two edge pieces, the one I used, plus this one here. It looks like maybe spiral bound notebook. And I mean, that one looks like spiral bound too, but I mean like the plastic kind that goes in. Really cute. And then this is a beautiful background too. And then these cut out the images. But I love the add-on dies on this set. Maybe more than the actual image dies, but yeah, it's close. So here's the one we're going to use. Okay, so I'm trying to decide which way is up. So you want to cut the holes. There's like a hole side and then the line side. I want the holes towards my, let's see which side is going to be up here. I think this way. Okay. I want to make sure to get it straight, so I am going to tape it down just so it doesn't shift. Oops. I need to grab some new cutting plates. I've had these for like since it came out. I haven't replaced them, and I use this thing daily and for classes, and it's just needs, and you might need a new one, and now is a good time because it's Sale-a-Bration. So with every $50 you spend, you get a free Sale-a-Bration item, and this is what I'm using here, is a Sale-a-Bration item. So it's a good time to buy extra cutting plates and things like that. Alright, and then I think I'll trim a little bit off the end there. Let's do the ducks. Alright, the little fox was almost too long, but I didn't care because I intend to rough up the edges anyway. So I thought I would take that splatter stamp that was in the set and give it a little work here on my Now you can also sponge, but I like the look of the smeared dots, so that's kind of why I do that with a splatter stamp. Okay. And then I just wanted to make it really look like it was torn out of the notebook, so I'm kind of roughing up these edges here. Separating the layers. You can use your fingernail. Now, if you don't have a fingernail, another good way to do it is with the edge of your scissors, like that. There we go. There's that one. I forgot that I meant to kind of trim it, but I think it's okay. Now this one, I'm toying with the idea of putting some words here. Well, maybe I will. You know what? It's just paper, right? There's two sides. Let's try it, and if we don't like it, that's okay. So there's another word set that I was going to use, and it's also part of Sale-a-Bration, which is why I thought I would use it. It's really an awesome stamp set. Okay, nope, that's this one we're already using. Where is it? Here it is. It's called Amazing Phrasing. I think there's some really good sentiments in here, and we're going to use the I miss you. But anyway, it's really cute. I like the hey, like if you haven't seen anybody in a while, or amazing, and to another amazing year, so around the sun, which I think is like, you know, birthday. And then it's going to be amazing. You've got this. You're doing amazing. Good looking. Hey, good looking. And I like this one. Oops, I'm the worst. If you made a mistake, you accidentally blew off someone's birthday and you're late with your birthday card, that would be a good one. Or anything like that. You haven't talked to someone in a while and you really forgot. Anyway, we're going to do the I miss you. And I want to do it on the fox because sometimes we don't see them and we're like, where's that fox? So cute. I like that this is kind of looks handwritten, which goes with my whole sketchbook thing. So let's put that there. He's cute. Alright. Rough this up a little bit. And let's rough up these little duckies. Okay, for backgrounds for this guy, I wanted to use yet another Sale-a-Bration item. I'm really trying to show off these items while I can, and I'm using this paper that's perfect for it, and it's from the Sale-a-Bration catalog. It's called Rings of Love, and that is referring to the tree rings on there, which are super cute, and they also coordinate with some stamp sets that are in the annual, not the annual catalog, but the new mini catalog that just came out. So there's this really fun little trees and these poinsettias, and there are stamps in the July to December mini catalog that coordinate with these, so you kind of can use these with several of the sets. Actually, in the annual catalog there's a really cute woodland set that would look cute with this one too. And then that's this one. And here's those rings. There's even a die that cuts these out. This one goes with a lot of things. And this, you know, you can use with anything. I love this one. A little salt watercolor treatment here. And then we've got these birds, which I think are adorable. This one is really interesting. I like that one. And then these little houses, there's a stamp set that works with this. Here's some acorns. Oh, I didn't cut out acorns for the background. That would have been cute with my fox, maybe. I already cut a piece for it, though. And then this one. So they're very cute. And then I cut out a few card bases. I cut out, let's see what I do with them. Some greens and a crumb cake. So I thought I would use the crumb cake with this one, and these guys with the green. And you know what's really funny is when I did that, I realized that my actual sketchbooks look just like this. So I looked at them on my shelf, I pulled them down. It's almost the same. This is Mossy Meadow. I was going to use Old Olive, and I did on a different one, but And then I saw my actual sketchbooks up on the shelf, and they're kind of more mossy meadow, don't you think? And then my other kind of traveling little mixed media is kind of like a craft. So that's why I like that one. So anyway, that's why we're doing this, kind of giving it that whole sketchbook feel. So for this one, I thought maybe we would use some of this. And this is that paper I just showed you. So I'm going to lay this down. And this is 2 by 5.5. And just kind of give it a little bit of texture. And then I was thinking maybe some linen thread. And I like to double it. Yeah, super cute. Now let's do those duckies. And I thought about maybe hanging a little bit. Let's see. I found this scrap. It might be getting too small now that I'm cutting it. Okay, and then maybe for a background here, I will take that leaf stamp again. Let me find it. Right there. Let's see, do I want to add anything else? Let's see what else I have laying around. Maybe this one will just be like that. Well, let's see. Maybe I can grab. Do I want this on here too? Let's go with the little rings. I think this is kind of a small little piece of ribbon. Maybe I will staple it. There, kind of cute. And then let's deal with this little fox. It might be my favorite. Alright, let's put maybe this tree line. Nope. Maybe those acorns. Can't decide. So many choices. I think the tree line. Should I stamp this one too? Maybe we will use the splatter. kind of toning down the white a little bit. Alright, now for some kind of an accent here, let's go with, I still have this out. It's not a scrap anymore though. Should I do that? Some black. Alright, I'm just kind of playing around here. I think I'm going to put this down. Okay, now I need a glue dot. Alright, I'm going to hold it in place with a glue dot. And then okay, let me show you some I did earlier also. Oh, and I wanted to try an inside of the card idea. So I'm going to take these rings and cut them. I love using the edges of the paper. You know, the die cuts out the full tree stump, and sometimes we forget that we can just use the edges and have them kind of going off the page. So let's see, for our ducks we can have a little tree stump coming off. The fun little inside, right? So you get the idea. Alright, let me show you the rest of the ones I made. This is a different one that you didn't see me do. Here we go. So there's two. Here is another ducky. This one on craft. So I love coloring the mallard there. Okay. I think this is the one we did together. Here's another duck. Okay, and then that plant, I don't know what it is. And here's another one. I did that I Miss You here as well. And the fox, and another fox. So I hope you think these were fun, and please check out the Sale-a-Bration catalog. I did link it on my blog. You can download it there, and it's July through August. Free item with every $50 you spend. If you spend $100, you can get some bigger items like that. Amazing Phrasing is free with a $100 purchase. There's other papers as well. Here's that cute little Stylish Sketches. There's some cards, there's dies, really fun things. Only for 2 months, so you can maybe make a purchase in July and another one in August and get a little bit of everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll come back again. Bye.